name before you begin?
Theodor. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about peace. Different philosophers from different ages tried to give an exact definition of peace. But in my opinion, a correct definition of peace cannot be made, because in most cases peace is an emotional state controlled by our minds or our hearts. But the people who surround you, the environment which surrounds you, are also important. Because if something happens when people who are around you begin to feel depressed or sad, you somehow begin to feel the same thing. But at least we must try to live in a relative harmony. A person is divided in two, a good and a bad beginning. The two fighting sides, the two combatants, fight with each other. Their struggle is eternal, and we are their battlefield. That's why our mood always changes. Once we are extremely happy and cheerful, sometimes we feel extremely depressed and sad. The same cycle, if I might say so, this cycle repeats and in a society, because the society reflects the psychology of individuals. The society is an incarnation of the common sides of the individual. If we want to defeat evil, we must know how it works. The main opponent of peace is hatred. Last time I said that disappointment is the thing that causes hatred. But for its part, disappointment in some cases is created by envy and greed. Overconfidence is another opponent of peace, because when you feel superior to other people, your mind actually gets blind. You don't make an exact estimate of what is really happening. Confidence is needed only as a pillar to which people can hold on, but it is not moral to be used as a weapon to humiliate others. And therefore, hatred causes violence. Hatred causes aggression. And aggression is the father of violence. Violence, I mean mental violence and physical violence. This shows your internal weakness. When you want to defeat someone, but there is no other way to do so, you use violence as a way to overpower him, to show and demonstrate his dominance over him. But this is not the way. But we must not worry, because peace is not alone in its struggle against hatred. Love is a mighty and powerful ally, because from love appears understanding, respect, forgiving. With love missing, these three things which I just mentioned cannot be achieved. War. War is madness. War is carnage. Greed is the thing which causes wars. Because wars are created for territorial gains, for power, for an economic development of the state via war. And this is all a product of greed. I will turn back to hatred because I missed something. Hatred is as blind as love. Due to the fact that the aggressors, the side which attacks the other opponent, doesn't show any violence and makes atrocities towards the civilian population. In history, I can give you many examples from ancient Greece until our modern world, where the aggressors kill people, torture war prisoners, poison them with poison gas. And I have a question to all of you. What do they gain from all this? When you show to one person violence, he can only show violence in return. This is what I think about war, and probably most of you have something different to say, or there are common signs. People must indeed become natural ambassadors to nature. If you want to prove that you are indeed Homo sapiens or sensible person, you must show forgiveness, you must show tolerance, you must prove yourself that you can overcome the obstacles of the greed and the hatred and so on. Peace must be defended if we want it to be anchored in us. Because God gives, but you must preserve it. It is up to you to preserve what God has given to you. And my appeal to all of you is, make love, not war. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Theodor? Wait, we're not done yet. You said peace should be defended.
Yes.
To what extent? Because if you try to defend it too much, you may find yourself in a war.
Of course, peace is like democracy. Democracy cannot be defended by means of violence and force. But peace must be protected. If someone takes out a sword and wants to kill you, a shield, you must show a shield and block the hit. This is how I think about how peace should be defended. Do not show violence, do not fight back, but take measures to preserve peace.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Any other teachers have any questions?
Just perfect.
Just, what did you say?
He's just perfect.
Perfect. Oh, well. Okay then.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.